Okay, so this is the first time that I'm going to use Cursor's Composer here to try and create a bunch of code across multiple files. This is a very basic blog application, and it was currently just has an index page that prints out the blogs with their title and their body on one page. And I asked it to make each blog post title a link that leads to a show page for each individual blog post, create the routes and controllers and views. Obviously, that's a lot of code to write. There's like a whole lesson in the tutorial that I'm working through to refamiliarize myself. First of all, let's update the index view to make the titles clickable. That looks good. Just do accept. That looks great. Now it's saying let's create the show view, right? So it created that file, this file here entirely, show. So let's go look at it. Yeah, it's got the blog post title, the blog post body, a link back to all blog posts. That's cool. I didn't even ask it to do that. Again, obviously that's pretty standard stuff, but that's pretty sweet. So it's cool. This is making this whole checklist for you. Update the routes. Let's go back there. Resources, blog posts. Yeah, I think that's a pretty standard way to create all those things. Update the controller with the show action. So let's go there. Yep, it's going to find by parameter, by ID. Yes. These changes will make each blog post clickable. So I think those are all saved. So let's just see if that worked. Okay. So this was our little sample application here. Sweet. That's pretty cool. Wow. All right. Let's see. So that's like a whole thing. Let's keep going with the composer. Now create a form to create a new blog post. Put that form at the /new route. Add a link for that on the homepage. Add an edit button to the show page. Let's just see. Create all necessary routes, controllers, and views. First, let's add a new post link to the index page. Looks pretty good. Let's see. Where is it right there? Yep. Create a new blog post. Let's create a new form partial that we'll use for both new and edit. So that's over here in blog post with this underscore. So it made a nice partial. That's cool. So it's reusing code. So it's not just going to write that twice. It's going to recognize we should just use a form to both create and edit. So because it's going to be the same. So that looks good. Let's create the new view form. So there's the new. So that's the form to create a new blog post. Let's create the edit view. Yep, that looks good. Update the show view to include an edit link. That all looks good. Update the controller with the new actions. This all looks pretty good. The routes are already set up since we set resources blog post. Let's see. Here we go. Third blog post test. Okay. Now I can test edited. Update back to all the posts. Third blog post. Wow. Cool. Nice. It's creating pretty good code across multiple files from the composer. That's pretty nice. All right, cool.